So let's start off with telling me your name, what your team name is, how long you've done the 3-day.
Okay, so my name is Tausha Carlson, and this is my fourth walk. What was your other question?
What's your team name? And how many
the
people
team name is the Texans for Tah-Tahs, and this year we have 24 people.
Wow.
24 women on our team.
So how do you get a team that big?
Well, it started out really small. First year I did it was 4 of us, and then the second year I did it with just one other girl. My best friend was living in New York at the time and met her there, and it was just the 2 of us. And then last year we had 11 or 12, and the goal was this year to double it. So, when you have 11 or 12 and everyone recruits one, it's easy to get to 25 quickly.
Very cool. So, what big fundraising things did you do this year that helped you get your goal? I mean, everybody has something that they did that may be specific to what they did. What was one thing that you consider special that you did?
Oh, it's so fun. It's going to be an annual event here in Austin. We did a bachelorette auction, and so we auctioned off our single friends for dates. It was at Speakeasy, a downtown bar on Congress, and we had 450 people there, raised about $22,000 in one evening. It was really fun.
With a team of 23, that goes pretty far.
Yeah, it was really fun. We did it last year, planned it just in a couple weeks, threw it together, not very organized, and we raised $8,000. So this year, we planned more, did it even better, even bigger, and I have big plans to make it even.
So was it hard to find people that were willing to let themselves be auctioned off for dates, or was it,
It was hard to get people to commit. But then we gave a deadline and said, okay, send in a bio, photo, and what your date is by this date. And then we had too many, we couldn't have everyone in the auction. We actually had to turn away probably half as many people as were in the auction.
And how do you promote an event like that? How do you, $20,000 is a lot of money to raise, so obviously there were a lot of people there. How did you get the word out about that?
It was pretty much all word of mouth from the people on our team, and then their friends, family, coworkers. We just talked it up to everyone we came in contact with. Definitely social media helped, Facebook, Twitter, we did a lot of that. But pretty much just word of mouth from our database contacts and friends.
So how did you get started with the 3-day? You said that you've done it for 4 times. How did you get involved with it? And really, how has breast cancer touched your life?
So I had my first breast mass removed when I was 21 years old. And so I think that was my first experience with it. And then I had a girlfriend who was doing the 3-day and getting the team together for Philly, for the walk in Philly. And I joined her team just because of my own experiences. I've since had several masses removed. But what I found really interesting once I joined the 3-day and started fundraising is how many people it touched. It wasn't, I think the first time I did it, it was about me. But then when you start fundraising, you realize it's not about you. There's so many people affected by cancer, breast cancer, and just the stories you hear when you send an email out asking for money, or when you're talking about a fundraiser that you're doing, raising money for breast cancer and for the walk. It's just amazing to me how many people it touched. So since then, just the stories I've heard, the people I've met, that I got involved originally for myself, but since then I think it's not about me at all. It's about all these other, lives and experiences I've heard about.
Okay. So, of all the 3 days that you've walked, what's your favorite 3-day moment?
Oh gosh.
Or if you have more than one, you can talk about more than one.
So I think San Francisco was really great. We camped under the bridge, and it was just such a beautiful city to do the walk-in. But my favorite probably 3-day moment was a walk one year, and we saw a woman, and she had on a tank top. She had had a double mastectomy, and her shirt said, I lost my breast but found myself. And I think that's so true. Like, you can find good in bad situations. And that's one thing that just really touched me and stuck with me. I would say that was a powerful moment.
And what was the most challenging moment? It's a long walk, so there's
the second day. The second day is definitely tough because the first day's fun, you're all energetic, and you've had a great night's sleep, and you're excited about it. And then the second day is exhausting. You're hurting, and you still have 2 days left. Third day, you get through it because you know you're almost finished. But I'd say the second day is definitely the toughest. my team, we don't really power walk it, or we just kind of take our time, and we've been known to come to camp with shopping bags and Starbucks, and we take our time along the route and have fun along the way, but second day stop.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to say to people that are maybe considering doing the walk, whether it's this year, next year, whatever, but really don't feel like they could do it for one reason or another? What would you tell somebody that is kind of on the fence about whether they do the walk?
Well, I think from a physical perspective, training for it, you can definitely do it. I mean, anything you train for, you can accomplish. And they allow plenty of time for really fast walkers and really slow walkers. So I definitely think from the physical perspective that anyone can do it, especially if you train for it. I think a lot of people are scared to do it because of the fundraising. It was interesting because my first year that I did the walk, I was scared to death to ask my friends and family for money, but as a marathon runner, I thought the walk would be a breeze. It was exactly the opposite. The walk was really challenging and the fundraising was really easy. I sent emails out the first year I did it, and I raised money in probably less than 48 hours. So I would say don't be afraid of the fundraising. People are willing to give. It's an important cause that touches so many people that they want to donate. And there's also so many creative fundraising ideas you can do, especially if you team up with team members and have other people join your team and join forces together.
That's really all I had to ask. Is there anything that you want to say that maybe I didn't ask about?
I don't think so. I just think it's such a great event, and I would encourage anyone that's considering it to do it and join our team or your team, or look up a team out there and just definitely give it a shot.
Great.
It's addicting. I was going to do one, and this is my fourth.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks so much.